And a good day to you. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Masaki Shiroma, Deputy Director for Public Affairs for the California Military Department. About a year ago, many of us heard the word COVID-19, and it struck us by surprise, not knowing just how deadly and how impactful this virus would be. Many of our soldiers, our airmen, and our Cal State Guard volunteers quickly jumped into action, becoming involved with so many missions in the past 365 days. Now, as we are in 2021 and the second year of our mission, our Guard soldiers, airmen, and Cal State volunteers are always ready, always there to respond in this time of need. Hopefully, we'll see more of a closure and bring an end to the global pandemic in this year. It was in January of last year when the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global health emergency. In the weeks to follow, California health officials initiated actions to protect public health and safety, including a stay-at-home order executed by Governor Gavin Newsom. As communities took shelter, businesses became hampered, including one of California's most important assets, food banks. It was here at the Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services when the California National Guard actively became engaged in the COVID-19 mission.
So we're requesting from the California National Guard troops to help us break down all the food that we have and package it and be able to get the food out to the 220 distribution sites to feed the low-income families of our county. So right now, because of the COVID-19, we've had an increase in need, and what we're trying to do is build the capacity of the network to try to get them food as quickly as possible. The California National Guard is going to help us ramp up those operations so people that need food will be able to get them.
From here, the California Guard branched out to almost 36 food banks in 20 counties throughout the Golden State. To date, we have assisted in packaging and distributing nearly 120 million meals to communities throughout California. Today, we still operate at food banks, just not at the same capacity as last year. Our community support went beyond food banks. The California Guard successfully assisted a dozen counties with medical logistics support, packing and shipping 4.5 million masks, 720,000 gloves, 3.6 million test kits, and 751 ventilators. We continued sending troops to work side by side with many state and federal agencies to distribute these critical supplies to where they were needed most. The coronavirus reached another peak towards the end of 2020 as hospitals and medical facilities neared capacity levels. The California Guard developed regional medical support teams, or RMSTs, and assisted 14 counties at 44 sites, testing and screening 23,000 patients and treating another 45,000 patients. These medical teams included physicians, physician assistants, nurses, and administrators. We are successfully rolling this mission into 2021, where RMST units are still active in many communities. 2020 is proudly known as the Year of the Guard across the nation, as citizens, soldiers, and airmen from California and adjacent states responded in unprecedented ways, from the coronavirus pandemic to civil disturbances and presidential inauguration support. As we devoted so much effort to COVID-19, the California Guard continued its enduring support to wildfires, where California suffered its worst ever season in history. Furthermore, we continue putting troops on the front lines of the Southwest Border Mission, as well as overseas for federal activations in foreign locations. So as we wrap this piece up today, it's important to note that the California Military Department has more than 19,000 service members ready to respond to as many missions that were needed on for this coming year. So as we bring this to a close, I'm Jonathan Masaki Shiroma for the California National Guard, asking you to be vigilant and to be always ready and always there.